The strongest person in the room isn't the loudest. It's the one who stays calm when everyone else loses control. Listen to me. Life will test you. Not once, not twice, but over and over again. There will be moments when everything feels like it's falling apart. When people misunderstand you. When you lose what you thought you could never live without. When your plans collapse right before your eyes, and in those moments, most people panic. They react. They explode. They let emotions take over, and in doing so, they lose their power. But the truth is, calm is power, peace is strength. Control is your greatest weapon. When you learn to stay calm in chaos, you step into a level of discipline that very few people ever reach. Because calmness doesn't mean you don't care. It means you are focused. It means you are grounded. It means you refuse to be controlled by your environment. Think about it. Storms don't last forever. But the one who can stand still in the middle of it, that's the one who wins. You see, your mind is like a muscle. If you don't train it, it reacts to everything. It gets weak. But when you start training your mind, when you start controlling your reactions, your emotions, your impulses, you become unshakable. That's why Denzel Washington once said, "Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship." Because hardship, pressure, and discomfort, those are the things that teach you control. They teach you patience. They teach you calmness under fire. So in this video, I want to take you deep into that mindset. I want to show you how to train your mind to stay calm in any situation, not just when life is good, but especially when it's not. Because that's when real growth happens. That's when character is built. That's when you rise above the noise and prove that your peace is not negotiable. Let's break this down, step by step, into 5 key lessons that will change the way you handle life forever. Most people waste their energy trying to control things they can't. People, circumstances, the future. But the truth is, the only thing you can truly control is how you respond. Think about that. You can't control the weather, but you can control how you face the storm. You can't control what people say, but you can control whether you let it break your peace. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react. That's where real power lies. When something goes wrong, you have 2 choices: react emotionally or respond intentionally. The emotional reaction is impulsive. It's loud. It's destructive. The intentional response is calm. It's focused. It's powerful. Denzel Washington once said, "You pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too." That means you can't expect progress without problems. Every challenge comes with difficulty. Every dream comes with pressure. The key is to stop trying to control the uncontrollable. Because when you do that, you drain your energy on things you can't change, instead of focusing on the things you can. When life gets hard, pause. Take a deep breath. Don't let your emotions drive the car. Let your purpose do it. Every time you respond calmly to chaos, you are training your mind. You're building emotional discipline. You're showing the world that your peace is not up for negotiation. Remember this: calm is not weakness. It's wisdom. The calm person sees clearly. The calm person acts strategically. And the calm person always wins in the long run. One of the most powerful skills you can ever master is detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care deeply, but you refuse to lose yourself in the process. When you're emotionally attached to every outcome, you lose balance. You start to panic when things don't go your way, but when you practice detachment, you learn to observe without reacting. Observation is a superpower. It gives you time to think. It gives you perspective. It gives you peace. When someone tries to trigger you, observe it. When life throws a curveball, observe it. When emotions rise, observe them before they control you. Because in observation there is control, and in control there is calm. Denzel Washington often speaks about discipline, about doing what's right even when it's not easy. Detachment is that kind of discipline. It's saying, I see what's happening, but I choose peace. I feel the pressure, but I won't fold. When you learn to observe instead of react, you become unshakable. Because no matter what happens around you, you stay centered. The truth is, peace doesn't come from a quiet environment. It comes from a quiet mind. And that's what detachment trains you to develop, a mind that isn't tossed around by every wave. Here's the reality. You can't learn calmness without chaos. You can't learn patience without frustration. You can't build mental toughness without pain. Every time life tests you, it's giving you a gift, the chance to grow stronger. When Denzel Washington failed early in his career, he didn't quit. He learned.
He adapted.
He built himself brick by brick, failure by failure, moment by moment. You must do the same. When things get tough, don't say, "Why me?" Say, "Try me." Because the moment you shift your perspective, you take back control. Challenges are not punishment. They are preparation. The calm mind sees opportunity where others see disaster. Every difficult person, every failure, every disappointment, it's training your mind. It's building resilience. It's teaching you how to stay calm when most people crumble. That's how warriors are made, calm in silence, under pressure, in the dark. We live in a noisy world. Everyone wants to talk, post, argue, and prove something. But strength doesn't shout. It stands still. Silence is your power. When you stay silent, you can hear your intuition. You can think clearly. You can see truth. Sometimes the best response is no reaction. Sometimes silence speaks louder than words. Denzel once said, "Don't be moved by applause and don't be broken by criticism." That's calmness. That's emotional maturity. Learn to be still when the world is loud. Learn to listen when others argue. Learn to wait when others rush. Stillness is the secret of the strong, because it gives you clarity, it gives you wisdom, it gives you peace. The calm mind doesn't need to prove. It just moves with purpose. At the end of the day, you can't stay calm without faith. You can't have peace without purpose. You need something deeper anchoring your soul. And that's where prayer, purpose, and faith come in. When you pray, you release control. When you walk in purpose, you stop reacting to noise. When you trust God's plan, you stop fearing man's opinion. Denzel Washington often says, "Put God first in everything you do." That's not just a quote. That's a mindset. Because when your heart is aligned with faith, the storms don't shake you, they shape you. Peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is the presence of trust. So when chaos comes, stay grounded. When the noise rises, stay focused. When everything shakes, stay still. Because calmness is your power. And when you master that power, yet you can face anything.